Good afternoon. Sorry, I cannot be with you this afternoon to help you writing. So I've made this little handout and hopefully you will find it helpful. So it's called How to Write a Sentence in French. Of course, I know that you can write a sentence in French, but often you write a sentence in French with quite a few mistakes. So what I would like you to do is to maybe write more simple sentence. So what is a simple sentence? A very simple sentence is just a subject, so somebody or someone who is doing the action, a verb, and sometimes some details. So these are very simple sentences. So for example, you could say Sylvie tombe. So you just have a subject and a verb. Sylvie tombe is a very simple sentence. It's sort of hard to make a mistake with this one. Or Régent arrive. You may want to add some details. And for example, it can be la danse. So this time the subject is something. Est is, which is a verb. And vendredi soir, that's a detail. The dance is Friday night. Or Sylvie, which is the subject. Et is the verb populaire. That's a detail. So these are the type of sentences that I would like you to write mostly, especially to start with. Later on, we can try to make them more complex, but at this stage, I want mostly to see this type of sentences. Very, very simple. When you feel very confident with this type of sentences, well, you can say, well, how can I improve a simple sentence? So the first thing that you could do is to add some word after the verb. So maybe you can add like an adverb, like vite, lentement, beaucoup, or un peu, after the verb, and that's going to describe how the action is done. For example, I could say, Sylvie tombe vite. So she fall quickly. Or Régent arrive lentement. Régent arrive slowly. It's not really true. It's more Régent arrive vite. But that gives you the idea. Okay. Or you can actually add some detail by using one of these words. Sur, en, sous, en deux, à côté de, beside, par, through, dans, in, avec. So for example, you could say, let's make a sentence. You could say, Régent arrive. So I'm going to use dans la cafétéria. Okay, so I've added some detail using adding dans after the verb, and I put some detail. Or I could say, Sylvie parle, and I'm going to use avec, and I'm going to put Pierre because she is speaking with Pierre. Okay? Or I might want to make my sentence negative. So I could put ne before the verb and pas after the verb. Remember, when you want to write a negative sentence, you write a positive one, and then you write ne in front of the verb, or an apostrophe if the verb starts with a vowel, and you add pas after the verb, and here we are. We have a negative sentence. Sylvie does not speak with Pierre. Or you can say she never speaks with Pierre. Okay. So I would say I would add no ne in front of my verb, and I would put jamais avec Pierre. She never speaks with Pierre, or she does not speak anymore. So I can put ne before my verb and plus. She doesn't speak anymore with Pierre. Okay, you see how it works? Okay, you can also add some detail to the noun. So for example, we can add something with Sylvie, and we've already done that. So because we already add some detail, like an adjective, populaire, but we could add more. So you could say Sylvie est populaire et belle. Or I can even add très, est très belle. So that's another way I can make my sentence more complex. Remember, you always start with something very, very simple. So start with something simple, then add some more detail. Okay. The last thing, and that's when you are very confident, is when you add a new sentence after the sentence you just wrote. So let's say we're going to start with my simple sentence. Sylvie tombe. So I could have add details, but I'm not going to add any detail. But I'm going to use the word quand and construct a new sentence. The new sentence has to have a subject, a verb, and some detail. So, Sylvie tombe quand elle est dans la cafétéria. Okay, so I made a little mistake. I add an L. So you see, after quand, I've added a subject, it's she, a verb, est, dans la cafétéria, some detail. That's a full sentence. So I have my first sentence and my second sentence. I could also say, Sylvie tombe parce que, and I'm going to put parce qu'elle because it starts with val. L start with a vowel, so my E went away. Parce qu'elle a beaucoup de choses dans les mains. Well, that's a very complicated sentence. So because she, that's your subject, has, that's your verb, and beaucoup, that's your adverb. De choses, things in the end. So you have a noun and more detail starting with dans les mains. Okay, that's a very complex sentence. Okay, you can make a lot of sentences also using little words that are really important, like il y a, il y a, there is or there are, il y a, or c'est, very useful to describe it is. Okay, and I think now it's time for you to try new sentences. So continue to summarize the play, and I will review that next lesson. Thank you.